right, so we're about 45 miles from Soddy Daisy and up on top of the mountain, Kegel Mountain, I believe is what it's called. And we got to make that descent going down. But as you can see, there's smoke ahead of us, and I'm not sure what it looks like. Something may be on fire. I guess we'll see when we get there. I mean, look at that. That's pretty big. So I guess we'll see what happens. Look at it, it just keeps producing. Maybe it's them doing a bonfire.
That's not a bonfire.
Now I'm thinking too, that's probably not a bonfire. That's a lot of smoke for a bonfire. And I think there's a burn ban, isn't there? Like, I mean, we need rain. Anyway, so the plan is to turn the camera on and then make our way down Kegel Mountain and then up, I believe, Lewis Chapel Mountain to the overlook to catch the sunset. However, I believe we're past that, but at least we'll be able to see a little bit of the coolness with the sun drop behind the mountains. But I honestly don't even know now because it's gonna be 9:15 by the time we probably get there. Close to that, or around that time. No, not 9:15, because it's 8. I don't even know. 8:15. Yeah, I don't know what that was. Maybe they cleared some brush out or something and burned it or whatever. There's a big poof of smoke. That's what it was for sure, but. We're on the scenic Highway 111 going south. So this highway is really beautiful with everything that it's got to show, including Dunlap Valley when you're on the overlook, and then all the going on top of the mountains and then going off the mountains. There's quite a bit of areas where you can pull off to the side of the road and actually see the valley below. So. today that the last 55 miles from Soddy Daisy, or the last 55 miles is where you actually start to go up on top of the mountain and then hit Spencer, and then obviously go all the way over here. Eventually we'll end up having to go off that mountain, which will be Kegel Mountain, and then Dunlap Valley down below, or Sasquatchy Valley, and then climb the mountain up again, which I believe would be Lewis Chapel Mountain, and then down the other side, which I believe is Flat Top Mountain, I believe, but I'm not even 100% sure about the other two, or the one that we climbed just recently. I don't know if that's still Kegel Mountain or what that is, because this is a long road right here that we're on. County. we start to see some of the pretty rock formations right here before we start that decline. It is really gorgeous. Misspoken a little bit. Those rock formations are coming up. I thought for some reason that was some of them back there, but that is not nowhere near what I was talking about. So so this is where some of the rock formations start, which are really cool. And as you can see, there's a decline, or I think it's like an 8% or 9%, maybe even 6%. I don't even remember. I've driven this road so many times, but I can never remember what percent it is. 8% we'll go with until we see it. Oh, doesn't say there. What does it say here? Next 4 miles. There we go. 8% is that grade. And this is coming off Cagle Mountain now, so we'll go off in the valley, and then we have to work our way back up another mountain, and then once we go across that mountain, we have to work our way down, and then we'll be off all the mountains for tonight, which is good. See, these are those pretty rock formations I was talking about. It's on both sides of the road. And it even gets better once we make these curves, because you'll see the curve up here. See the spot with the new guardrail right there? That goes for about 200 feet. They call that Deaf Man's Curve, because people coming off the mountain are hitting that, and there's been quite a bit of deaths there.
Dead Man's Curve.
Dead Man's Curve, I think, yeah. There's a petition to do something with it or whatever, because it's a very dangerous area. But look at the rock walls coming up now. Like, isn't that just gorgeous? And I know it's at nighttime, but it is what it is. We just drove from Green Bay, Wisconsin today to get down here.
Light.
So, yep, we do have a little bit of light. Just a tiny bit of light. But, I mean, this is just so cool looking. And there's a waterfall. Well, we need rain. But usually there's a waterfall that you can actually pull over right up here to the left. And I've got videos on it already where it was coming down really good. But when we drove by on Thursday, I think, it was at a trickle from
no water.
There was no water.
There was no trickle.
So there's no water right here. This is where the waterfall would be. Yeah, and I don't see anything, so
Nope.
we need rain.
But not hail.
No hail, just rain. Slide area ahead. Just don't slide while anybody's down here. I mean, it's really pretty, but apparently really dangerous. Tree hanging off. Looks like there's a tree that's about to fall into the road. Or off the side of the mountain. So now we go straight down into the valley. My ears are popping. And that mountain that's up in front of us is the mountain that we're going to be climbing to get out of the valley. So we are off Kegel Mountain now, and we're in the Valley of Dunlap, or Sequatchie Valley is what I think people call it. Now the mountain in front of us is the mountain that we have to go back up, like I stated, and then traverse across that mountain, and then go down the other side, and then that'll be all for the mountains tonight, which will be good. Man, my ears haven't popped yet.
You just swallow. Or have some gum.
I had gum earlier. Really beautiful area. after this curve is where we start to climb up. I don't know if it's called Lewis Chapel Mountain or what it's called. I'm not too familiar with the mountains over here, so. But as you can see, look at the road. How it starts to go up. The 1 mile. We'll swing by it just for a second, get a little video of the valley and the sun that's no longer there because it's already down.
No, it's
but
not.
It's still, oh yeah, it is. It went down already.
No, it didn't.
Yeah, it did. It's almost 9 o'clock.
You still have light.
We do have light, but it's down. So I'm telling, I know when the sun's down. But look at that cool fall. Like, that's really neat. So we'll stop for a second, see what it looks like, and then keep going. Head over there, see that? Oh, my ears, holy cow. Tell me that doesn't look cool. That's really neat. Very cool for tonight. So we missed the sun, but got that view for us, so. All right. And we are going to go now. That place is usually packed for sunset. I've got videos posting sometime in the near future about me doing sunset there. And right around sunset, that place was extremely packed. So, still pretty cool to see it, but. Chapel Road, and we are up on top of the mountain. Actually, we got a little bit more climb, I guess. And then I feel like it goes for about 10 miles or so before you actually get off start the decline. Just seems like it takes forever to go across this long mountain. That is 8:58 Central Time?
Eastern.
Eastern? Well, we missed it. Like, I don't see the sun.
Because it's behind all the clouds. Mountains.
Oh. Okay. Apparently the sun, we didn't miss the sunset, but we might have missed it just by a little bit. But that's okay. Like I said, we got other videos of it, which is kind of cool. So, it doesn't really help with the Canadian wildfires neither. So they're putting a smoky damper on everybody, not being able to get the cool pictures and videos, but it's all good. So when we left town on Thursday, we actually saw like either a wolf or a fox or a coyote on the side of the road somewhere up here, but we time-lapsed it, so I don't know how good it's going to show up. So I have to go through the footage maybe to see if I can find it. But it was like right, like kind of by the wood line. I thought that was kind of cool. But yeah, so 13 more miles before we're home. I am so looking forward to that. It has been a long day. I think 775 miles, if give or take a little bit more, a little bit less. Actually, it'd be a little bit more than 775 miles is what I drove. But overall, it like no issues with traffic, which was so awesome. I think it's the first time ever that we didn't have any like backups or stops or anything like that. Considering every other time we've gone through, there's always an issue somewhere. But today it worked out good. So very proud and happy. Can say that I've drove the 294, didn't have any issues. Drove 65 through Indianapolis, no issues. Through Louisville, no issues, and now the scenic 111, no issues. So very cool. Kind of see a pink hue in the sky over here to the left. It's pretty neat. And currently we are in Eastern Standard Time Zone 2 now, I believe. I don't know where we crossed that line, but I'm suspecting it was before or after coming up the mountain back there to get up on top. We cross into Eastern Standard Time Zone. I didn't see a sign for it anywhere that said that. So, but I do know my car's letting me know, and my GPS and stuff has switched over now. So. So I believe we're going to be starting a decline off this mountain now. Here comes the signs for it. 55 miles or 60 miles an hour. Caution steep grade next 3 miles. And I believe this is a 6%. I honestly don't even remember. I get all the percents wrong, so it doesn't matter. We'll let the signs tell us. 6%, I got it right. That's pretty cool. So, look at those mountains out there. I mean, I know it's hard to see with all the haze and the fog and being dark, but that's pretty cool. Got a little bit more rock formations up here too, I see off to the left. I'm sorry, to the right. I always get my left and right mixed up. I don't know how the heck I did that, you know, like. Look at that view. Isn't that cool? One runaway truck ramp on this one because of the 6% grade, where Mount Eagle actually has 2 of them on their 6% grade, I believe. If that's a 6% going 24 east, once you're going off Mount Eagle. So, and I have yet to see a semi in there, but I've seen tire marks all the time, so they're getting used. That's a squad car up there. So we'll pull over to the next lane. Give them their room. Oh, it's a record. right, so that was a trip from Spencer, Tennessee to Soddy Daisy, Tennessee via the scenic Highway 111, going down Cagle Mountain, and then I believe going up Lewis Chapel Mountain, but I'm not 100% sure, and then obviously going down the other side to get to Soddy Daisy. So with that, guys, you guys take care. I'll see you on the next one.